What is music? Music is many things to many people. Be sure to check back to the start of this lesson for your classmates' response to what is music. The simplest definition of music is organized sound. The organized sound is created by manipulating 7 elements. These 7 elements are rhythm, melody, tempo, dynamics, timbre, harmony, and form. These elements of music, or tools of music, can be combined into infinite combinations by composers, and even you can become a more musical teacher by understanding these tools for creativity. The first element, rhythm, has to do with the duration of notes, patterns of long and short. This can be illustrated by Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, where you will see short, 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 long, short, 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 long. Listen to the patterns of short and long in the rhythm of this symphony. This short, 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 long pattern of the rhythm of this symphony is one of the most famous rhythms there are in classical music. The next element of music, melody, has to do with pitches that move up and down. You would think of the melody as being the part of a song that you might sing. When it's in instrumental music, you can view pitches moving up and down in a pattern or melody by listening to the Bach Cello Concerto and watching the graphic visualizer. You can go back and listen to the full version of this on YouTube. The next element of music, harmony, has to do with layers of sounds. The layers could be chords or there are other kinds of layering of sounds. In this Bach toccata, you will see a melody start and then a giant layering of chords. You may have heard this famous piece. The melody starts with shorts and long rhythms. Does it a third time. And here comes the layering of harmony. Which makes a giant chord. And you can listen to the full version of this also on YouTube. The next element of music, timbre, has to do with the unique color or quality of sound. You can see by the graphic that a trumpet sounds different than a human voice, or a keyboard sounds different than a cymbal. In this example by Mozart, the string section is represented in green, and then you can listen for the flutes to enter in yellow, orange, and red. The different instruments represent the timbre, or the unique quality of sound. This is Symphony number 40 in G minor, the first movement. The green represents the string section, violins. Here they come. The next element of music, form, is the overall architecture of the piece, or sections that create the structure of the piece. If we continue with this same symphony and fast forward a bit, we will be able to find the end of the first section that we started in the previous slide. The blank space is the end of this section. Start of a new section. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit farther so we can see yet another example of melody and dynamics. Here's a loud section, quiet section. This represents the dynamics, the loud and soft. Loud. Melody going up and down. Down, melody. There's loud. And here's the start of another section. It's actually repeating the same section as the symphony started, the same as the beginning. You can listen to the full version on YouTube. And then more about the element of dynamics. Dynamics have to do with the volume or the loud and the soft of the music. After a short introduction, this Beethoven symphony starts with a single line that's quiet, and then layers are added until it grows louder and louder into a giant crescendo. This is Beethoven's Symphony No. 9, the second movement. Just the introduction first. Here's the single line. Layers are added. It's going to start getting louder. Full and loud section. And it quiets back down again. And you can listen to the full section of that Beethoven symphony on YouTube. Tempo can be illustrated in this Stravinsky piece, The Rite of Spring. And tempo has to do with the slow or the fast of music. We're going to fast forward a bit into this piece to 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and then we'll be able to hear hardly even has a tempo. It's kind of sitting still. And the melody goes down in a note of a very long duration. Again, hardly any tempo. It's so slow. It's hardly moving. And suddenly the tempo changes to a fast tempo with pulses of accented loud chords. The melody is going up and down at a very fast tempo. Loud dynamics, chords bursting in. New timbre added with the upper parts. A driving tempo. Very interesting piece. You can listen to the full version of Stravinsky on YouTube. So in summary, here are the elements of music again. These are the tools that composers can use to create an infinite number of combinations of organized sound. We have rhythm, melody, tempo, dynamics, timbre, harmony, and form. Take a minute to pause the video and study the definitions of each of these elements of music so you can be prepared for the progress check quiz.